Spain is a land of sun, color, and tradition. It is a country where every region tells a different story, where the past and present meet in the streets, and where life flows with rhythm and passion. The landscapes change from green mountains in the north to golden beaches in the south, from wide plains in the center to islands surrounded by blue seas.
In the heart of the country stands Madrid, the capital. The city is alive at every hour. Wide avenues are full of people, and old squares are filled with cafes, music, and laughter. The royal palace rises with elegance, and the Prado Museum protects treasures of art known across the world. Madrid is not just a capital. It is a center of Spanish culture, a place where history and modern life walk hand in hand.
But Spain is not only Madrid. Each region carries its own identity. In the north, Galicia whispers with rain and mist, its small villages hidden between green hills. In the Basque Country, the language is ancient, the traditions strong, and the cuisine world-famous. To the east, Catalonia shines with Barcelona, a city of art and the sea, with Gaudí's Sagrada Familia rising like a dream of stone. The south of Spain holds Andalusia, a land of light, dance, and deep emotion. Here, flamenco is born, and the sound of the guitar echoes in narrow streets. The Alhambra in Granada tells of Moorish kings, while the Mezquita of Córdoba speaks of centuries where cultures lived together. Seville, with its orange trees and festivals, glows in the Andalusian sun. Spain is not one voice, but many. The official language is Spanish, yet Catalan, Galician, and Basque are spoken with pride. Every festival, every dish, every song reflects this variety. It is a land where unity and diversity breathe together, making Spain a mosaic of identities, bound by history and love for life. Barcelona rises by the Mediterranean Sea, a city that feels both ancient and modern at the same time. Its streets open wide with elegance, yet small alleys remind visitors of its medieval heart. At the center stands La Rambla, a long avenue full of life, where flowers, street artists, and cafes invite people to slow down and enjoy the rhythm of the city. Every step in Barcelona carries the sound of voices in Catalan and Spanish, blending together in daily life. The city is inseparable from the name of Antoni Gaudí. His architecture transformed Barcelona into a living museum of creativity. The Sagrada Familia, still unfinished, rises like a forest of stone reaching for the sky. Park Güell, with its colorful mosaics,
curves and shapes feels like walking through a dream. Gaudí's vision made Barcelona a place where imagination touches reality.
But Barcelona is more than architecture. The sea is part of its soul. The beaches stretch along the coast, filled with families, friends, and travelers. The Mediterranean breeze mixes with the sound of waves and laughter. The port has always been a gate to the world, bringing new ideas, trade, and connections to the city.
Catalonia, the region where Barcelona lies, has its own strong identity. The Catalan language is spoken proudly, and traditions like the human towers, called cathedrals, show the spirit of community and balance. The food reflects the richness of the land and sea. Fresh seafood, olive oil, tomatoes, and simple yet powerful flavors. Dishes like pa amb tomàquet, bread rubbed with tomato and olive oil, are symbols of Catalan simplicity and pride. In Barcelona, art is not locked in museums. It lives in the streets, in the murals, in the music of the Gothic Quarter, and in the performances near the sea. Football is also a heartbeat of the city, with FC Barcelona being more than a club, representing both pride and identity. The stadium, Camp Nou, feels like a temple where thousands gather to celebrate passion and unity. As the sun sets, the city glows with light. The fountains at Montjuic dance with water and color, while the narrow streets of El Born and the Gothic Quarter invite people to wander. Barcelona is a place of contrasts, tradition and modernity, local pride and international spirit, the calm of the sea and the energy of a city that never sleeps. Far to the south lies Andalusia, a region filled with warmth, history, and passion. It is a land where cultures have met for centuries, leaving behind a legacy written in stone, music, and tradition. Andalusia feels like a bridge between Europe and Africa, with the mountains of the Sierra Nevada rising in the distance and the deserts stretching near the coast.
Granada holds one of Spain's most treasured jewels, the Alhambra. This palace and fortress, with its delicate arches, intricate patterns, and gardens full of water, speaks of the time when Islamic art flourished in Spain. Walking through its courtyards feels like walking into poetry, where every fountain whispers stories of the past. From the Alhambra's walls, the view of the Albaicin neighborhood, with its white houses and narrow streets, creates a scene that seems timeless. Seville, another Andalusian gem, shines with energy. The Giralda Tower rises proudly over the city, a reminder of its mixed heritage. The Alcazar Palace blends Islamic and Christian designs, a place of gardens and ornate rooms where history comes alive. Seville is also the birthplace of flamenco, the art of music, song, and dance that carries deep emotion. In the sound of the guitar and the rhythm of the dancer's feet, one feels both sorrow and joy, strength and vulnerability. Flamenco is more than art. It is the soul of Andalusia.
Córdoba adds another layer to Andalusia's rich story. The Mezquita, once a mosque and now a cathedral, is a masterpiece of architecture. Its endless rows of red and white arches create a forest of stone that inspires awe. Córdoba's old streets, lined with flowers hanging from balconies, remind visitors of the city's golden age, when it was a center of knowledge, science, and culture.
But Andalusia is not only about history. The white villages, or pueblo blancos, spread across hills and mountains, create a picture of simplicity and beauty. Olive groves stretch for miles, producing some of the best olive oil in the world. The coastlines of Costa del Sol and Costa de la Luz welcome visitors with sun, sand, and the blue sea. Life in Andalusia moves with a rhythm that is unhurried, filled with conversation, good food, and celebration.
The festivals of Andalusia are legendary. Semana Santa, with its solemn processions, shows the depth of faith and tradition. Feria de Abril in Seville, on the other hand, bursts with color, music, and dancing. People dress in traditional costumes, ride horses, and celebrate under tents filled with laughter and song.
Andalusia is a place where every corner tells a story, where history and daily life blend seamlessly, and where the warmth of the sun matches the warmth of its people.
Moving east along the Mediterranean coast, one arrives in Valencia, a region full of contrasts. It is both ancient and modern, rooted in tradition, yet always looking forward. The city of Valencia itself stands as a perfect example of this blend. At its heart lies the Old Town, with narrow streets, historic plazas, and the magnificent Valencia Cathedral, said to house the Holy Grail. Yet just beyond, the city of arts and sciences rises like a vision of the future. Its sleek white structures of glass and steel reflecting in pools of water. This futuristic complex houses a planetarium, a science museum, an opera house, and Europe's largest aquarium, showing Valencia's commitment to innovation and creativity. Valencia is also known worldwide for its culinary gift, paella. This dish, made of rice, saffron, vegetables, and often seafood or meat, was born here. Eating paella in Valencia, especially near the coast where the rice fields stretch endlessly, feels like connecting with the land itself. Every spoonful carries centuries of tradition and the flavors of the Mediterranean sun.
Beyond the city,
The region of Valencia offers a landscape rich in variety. The beaches of Costa Blanca attract visitors with golden sand and clear water. Towns like Alicante and Benidorm mix the charm of coastal life with the energy of tourism. Inland, mountains rise and valleys open, dotted with orange groves that fill the air with sweet fragrance when in bloom. Valencia is also famous for its festivals. The most spectacular is Las Fallas, held every March. During this festival, enormous sculptures made of wood and paper fill the streets. They are colorful, satirical, and often humorous, depicting famous people, current events, or fantastic creatures. For days, the city becomes a stage of fire, music, and light. On the final night, these sculptures are burned in great bonfires, a symbol of renewal and the power of fire to clear the old and make way for the new. The combination of creativity, craftsmanship, and community spirit makes Las Fallas one of Spain's most unforgettable celebrations.
Valencia balances its past and future with ease. The Gothic towers of its ancient gates stand near modern parks created on the dry bed of the old Turia River, now transformed into green spaces full of life. Families walk, cyclists ride, and friends gather under the shade of trees where once water flowed. This ability to adapt and create something beautiful from change defines Valencia's character.
In Valencia, the Mediterranean spirit is strong. It is a place where tradition lives side by side with modern innovation, where food, art, and festivals express the joy of life, and where the sea seems to always invite people to look forward with hope and energy. Further north along the Mediterranean lies Catalonia, one of Spain's most dynamic and unique regions. Its capital, Barcelona, is a city that captures the imagination of the world. Barcelona is famous for its architecture, most notably the works of Antoni Gaudí. His masterpiece, the Sagrada Familia, dominates the skyline with towers that seem to rise into the heavens. Though still unfinished after more than a century, it is one of the most extraordinary buildings ever created, combining Gothic influences with organic shapes inspired by nature. Walking inside, one feels as though they are standing within a stone forest, with sunlight streaming through colorful stained glass windows that turn the air into a living rainbow.
Barcelona is also home to Park Güell, another of Gaudí's creations. Here, benches covered in colorful mosaics curve like waves, and playful designs make the park feel like a dream. The city itself is a mix of history and modernity. The Gothic quarter, with its medieval streets and cathedrals, stands beside wide boulevards designed in the 19th century. Along La Rambla, a famous street lined with trees and performers, one can feel the pulse of Barcelona's life.
Catalonia's culture is distinct. The Catalan language, spoken alongside Spanish, is a symbol of identity and pride. Festivals in the region highlight its uniqueness, such as the human towers called castells, where people climb on top of one another to form towers that can rise several stories high. This tradition shows not only courage, but also teamwork, as every person plays a role in supporting the others.
Outside Barcelona, Catalonia offers diverse landscapes. The Pyrenees Mountains in the north provide opportunities for skiing in winter and hiking in summer, with villages that seem untouched by time. To the east, the Costa Brava stretches along the Mediterranean, with rugged cliffs, hidden coves, and charming seaside towns like Cadaqués, once beloved by the artist Salvador Dalí.
Catalonia is also a region of art. Dalí's surrealist legacy can be explored in museums in Figueres, his birthplace, where his imagination created worlds unlike any other. Pablo Picasso also spent part of his youth in Barcelona, leaving behind a mark on the city's artistic identity.
Food in Catalonia reflects its variety. Tapas and seafood mix with regional specialties, such as calçots, grilled green onions dipped in a rich sauce, and crema catalana, a sweet dessert similar to crème brûlée. The region's wines and sparkling cava add to its culinary richness.
Catalonia embodies energy, creativity, and pride. It is a place where the sea and mountains meet, where tradition and modernity coexist, and where art, language, and community shape a culture unlike any other in Spain. Barcelona, with its unique beauty, serves as the heart, but the whole region beats with a spirit that is bold, diverse, and unforgettable. To the north of Spain lies the Basque Country, a region unlike any other, with a culture and language that are truly unique. The Basque language, Euskara, has no known relation to any other language in the world, making it one of Europe's greatest linguistic mysteries. The Basques take immense pride in their heritage, and this pride is reflected in every corner of their land, from their traditions to their cuisine. The largest city, Bilbao, was once an industrial center, but today it is known as a hub of modern art and design. The Guggenheim Museum, with its futuristic curves of titanium and glass, transformed the city into an international destination. Inside, visitors can experience contemporary works from artists around the world. Outside, the museum itself is a masterpiece, reflecting light and sky, like a sculpture alive with energy. The Basque Country
is also known for its landscapes. The rugged coastline features dramatic cliffs and fishing villages where colorful boats float in quiet harbors. Inland, the Green Mountains provide opportunities for hiking, with trails leading to traditional farmhouses and villages that preserve old customs.
Traditions remain strong here. Basque sports such as pelota, a fast ball game, and stone lifting show the strength and spirit of the people. Festivals often include music with the chalaparta, a traditional percussion instrument, and dances passed down through generations.
The Basques are deeply connected to their land and sea. Fishing has long been central to their lives, and dishes like cod in pil-pil sauce or grilled squid carry the taste of the ocean. The culture values community, resilience, and a deep respect for identity.
Visiting the Basque Country means discovering a Spain that feels both connected to and separate from the rest of the nation. It is a place where modern architecture meets ancient traditions, where unique flavors surprise every visitor, and where a mysterious language carries the voice of one of Europe's oldest peoples.
Moving west, one enters Galicia, a region of mist, green hills, and deep traditions. Located in Spain's far northwest, Galicia feels different from the rest of the country. Its climate is cooler and wetter. Its landscapes are lush and wild, and its Celtic heritage can still be felt in its music, legends, and festivals.
The city of Santiago de Compostela is the heart of Galicia and one of the most famous pilgrimage destinations in the world. For centuries, travelers have walked the Camino de Santiago, or Way of St. James, a network of routes that lead to the city's great cathedral. Inside, the relics of St. James the Apostle are said to rest. Pilgrims from across the globe come on foot, by bicycle, or even on horseback, experiencing both physical challenge and spiritual reflection along the way. The sight of tired but joyful pilgrims arriving at the cathedral's square is one of Galicia's most powerful symbols.
The Galician coast is dramatic and breathtaking. Known as the Costa de Morte, or Coast of Death, it is lined with cliffs, lighthouses, and treacherous waters that have claimed many ships. Yet its beauty is undeniable, with hidden beaches, small fishing villages, and endless views of the Atlantic Ocean. In contrast, the Rías Baixas, long estuaries that cut into the land, are calmer and filled with seafood farms. Here, some of Spain's finest shellfish are harvested, from mussels to oysters, and they are enjoyed alongside crisp Albarino wine, a white variety grown in the region.
Galician culture is tied to myth and folklore. Legends of witches, spirits, and ancient Celtic gods are still told in villages. The sound of bagpipes, known locally as gaita,
fills the air during festivals, reminding visitors of the region's links to Celtic traditions shared with Ireland and Scotland. Nature is ever present in Galicia. Rolling hills, forests of chestnut and oak, and rivers that wind through valleys give the land a peaceful charm. Walking through its countryside feels timeless, as though the modern world is far away. Galicia's people are known for their hospitality and resilience. Life here has long depended on the sea and the land, and this connection shapes the region's character. Meals are hearty, often centered around seafood, bread, and potatoes, with simple ingredients transformed into comforting dishes.
Galicia is both quiet and powerful, mysterious and welcoming. It is a place where faith and legend meet, where the ocean shapes life, and where every path seems to lead to discovery. For those who come, Galicia offers not only sights to see, but experiences that touch the heart deeply.
Traveling south again, one reaches Castile and Leon, the largest autonomous community in Spain by area. This vast land in the heart of the Iberian Peninsula is rich with history, medieval towns, and landscapes that seem endless. It is a region where Spain's story of kings, castles, and cathedrals is written most clearly, making it one of the cultural treasures of the country. The city of Leon greets visitors with its magnificent Gothic cathedral, known as the Pulchra Leonina. Its stained glass windows, some of the finest in Europe, fill the interior with glowing light that changes throughout the day. Leon was once an important stop on the Camino de Santiago, and it still holds the spirit of pilgrimage and faith. The city blends medieval streets with lively modern plazas where tradition and contemporary life coexist. To the south lies Salamanca, home to one of the oldest universities in Europe, founded in 1218. Its sandstone buildings glow golden in the sunlight, giving the city a warm, welcoming appearance. The Plaza Mayor, one of Spain's most beautiful squares, is the heart of Salamanca, filled with cafes and life. The university, with its ornate facade, has educated countless scholars, and its influence on Spanish culture is profound. Burgos, another jewel of Castile and Leon, is famous for its cathedral, a masterpiece of Gothic architecture and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The city was also home to El Cid, Spain's legendary medieval hero. Monasteries, castles, and ancient bridges across the region remind visitors of the time when Castile was at the center of the Reconquista and the rise of Spain as a kingdom. The landscapes of Castile and Leon are wide and varied. Plains stretch under open skies. Wheat fields turn golden in summer, and mountains rise at the borders,
offering snow in winter and hiking trails in warmer months. The Meseta, Spain's great central plateau, dominates much of the region, giving it a sense of vastness and openness. Castile and León is also known for its cuisine. Roast lamb and suckling pig are traditional dishes, often cooked slowly in wood-fired ovens until the meat is tender and flavorful. Local cheeses and wines, particularly from the Ribera del Duero region, add to the richness of its food culture. Meals here are celebrations of both land and tradition.
This region carries the essence of Spain's medieval past. Walking through its towns feels like traveling back in time, where every stone tells a story of kings, battles, faith, and learning. Castilla and León stands as a reminder of how history has shaped Spain's identity, and how that history continues to live in its cities, landscapes, and people. In the very center of Spain lies the vast region of Castile-La Mancha, a land of wide plains, windmills, and timeless traditions. It is often remembered through the pages of Don Quixote, the great Spanish novel by Miguel de Cervantes. The image of the noble knight fighting windmills, mistaking them for giants, has become a symbol not only of Spanish literature, but also of the spirit of imagination and struggle. Traveling through La Mancha, visitors can still see those famous windmills standing on hilltops, white and proud against the open sky.
Toledo, the historic capital of Castile-La Mancha, is one of the most remarkable cities in Spain. Known as the City of the Three Cultures, Toledo was once a place where Christians, Muslims, and Jews lived side by side, leaving behind an extraordinary blend of art, architecture, and traditions. The Alcazar fortress rises high above the city, while the narrow streets twist and turn, revealing synagogues, mosques, and churches that together tell the story of centuries of coexistence.
Cuenca is another jewel of the region, famous for its hanging houses, casas colgadas, that cling dramatically to the cliffs above the Hueca River. The city is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, combining natural beauty with historical architecture. Its medieval streets and stunning views make it a place of both wonder and peace. The landscapes of Castile-La Mancha are vast and open. Fields of wheat, olive groves, and vineyards stretch across the horizon, painted golden by the sun. In spring, wildflowers color the plains, while in autumn, the grape harvest fills the land with activity and celebration. The region is one of Spain's most important producers of wine, particularly red varieties, and its manchego cheese, made from sheep's milk, is famous worldwide. Tradition runs deep in La Mancha. Festivals celebrate both religion and local culture, with colorful parades, music, and dances that bring communities together. The people of the region are known for their hospitality and strong connection to their land, preserving customs that have been passed down through generations. La Mancha is a place of contrasts. Its quiet landscapes inspire reflection, while its cities and towns reveal stories of grandeur and diversity. It is a region where literature and history meet reality, where every windmill and stone carries meaning. To walk in La Mancha is to walk through both the imagination of Cervantes and the heart of Spain itself.
Andalusia, in the south of Spain, is perhaps the region that most people imagine when they think of Spain. It is the birthplace of flamenco, the land of bullfighting, whitewashed villages, and golden beaches. With its warm climate, colorful traditions, and rich history, Andalusia captures the soul of the country in a unique way.
Seville, the capital of Andalusia, is a city filled with passion and life. The magnificent Seville Cathedral, one of the largest in the world, holds the tomb of Christopher Columbus and rises proudly with the Giralda Tower, a symbol of both Islamic and Christian heritage. The Real Alcazar of Seville, with its stunning courtyards and intricate designs, is one of the most beautiful examples of Mudéjar architecture. During Holy Week, Semana Santa, the city fills with solemn processions, while the Feria de Abril bursts with music, dance, and colorful costumes, creating an unforgettable atmosphere. Granada, at the foot of the Sierra Nevada mountains, is home to the legendary Alhambra, one of the most famous monuments in the world. This palace and fortress complex, built by the Nasrid dynasty, is a masterpiece of Islamic art and architecture. Its delicate arches, flowing fountains, and stunning gardens transport visitors to another era. From the Alhambra, one can see the Albaicin neighborhood, with its narrow streets and white houses, preserving the charm of old Moorish Granada. Córdoba, once the capital of the Islamic Caliphate of Al-Andalus, holds the Mezquita, a breathtaking mosque cathedral that symbolizes the blending of cultures and religions. Its endless forest of red and white arches creates a mesmerizing effect. Córdoba's old town, with its patios full of flowers, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And each spring, the city celebrates the Patio Festival, opening these beautiful private courtyards to the public.
Malaga, on the Costa del Sol, combines tradition with modern energy. It is the birthplace of Pablo Picasso, and the city celebrates his legacy through museums and galleries. Its beaches attract visitors from around the world, while its old town
and hilltop fortress, the Alcazaba, remind travelers of its rich past.
Andalusia is also home to countless white villages, pueblos blancos, perched on hillsides, their bright walls shining under the southern sun. Villages like Ronda, with its dramatic bridge over a deep gorge, or Arcos de la Frontera, with its winding streets and panoramic views, revealed the simple beauty of rural life.
Flamenco is the heartbeat of Andalusia. This art form, combining music, song, and dance, expresses deep emotion, joy, and sorrow. To witness a flamenco performance in Seville or Jerez is to feel the intensity of Andalusian culture. The rhythms of guitar and the power of the dancers leave an unforgettable impression.
Andalusia is a land where history and tradition meet modern life. From the Moorish palaces to the golden beaches, from the sound of flamenco to the taste of tapas, it offers a journey through the very essence of Spain. It is a place of light, warmth, and beauty that continues to inspire all who visit.
Valencia, on Spain's eastern coast, is a city where tradition and innovation come together in harmony. Known for its sunny climate, sandy beaches, and delicious cuisine, Valencia is also home to some of the most futuristic architecture in Europe. The city has a unique identity, balancing its ancient roots with a modern vision.
One of the most iconic landmarks of Valencia is the City of Arts and Sciences, Ciudad de las Artes y las Ciencias. Designed by Santiago Calatrava, this cultural and architectural complex looks like something from another world. With its gleaming white structures, futuristic shapes, and reflecting pools, it includes an opera house, a planetarium, a science museum, and one of the largest aquariums in Europe. Walking through this area feels like stepping into the future, while still being surrounded by the warmth of Mediterranean life.
Valencia also has a historic heart that tells stories of centuries past. The Valencia Cathedral, with its mixture of Gothic, Romanesque, and Baroque styles, is said to house the Holy Grail. The Silk Exchange, La Lonja de la Seda, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, reflects the city's importance in medieval trade. Its impressive halls and delicate stonework highlight Valencia's golden age as a center of commerce. Every spring, Valencia bursts into color and fire during Las Fallas, one of Spain's most spectacular festivals. Enormous artistic figures, some reaching several meters high, are built out of wood and papier-mâché, often humorously representing political or cultural themes.
After days of celebration, these figures are burned in massive bonfires, lighting up the night sky and filling the streets with music and fireworks. This festival represents the spirit of creativity and renewal that defines Valencia.
Of course, Valencia is also the birthplace of one of Spain's most famous dishes, paella. Originally made with rice, vegetables, and sometimes chicken or rabbit, paella has become a symbol of Spanish cuisine worldwide. To enjoy a traditional paella in Valencia with fresh ingredients cooked over an open flame is to taste the very soul of the region. The city also opens itself to the sea. Its long stretches of beach invite visitors to relax under the sun or enjoy water sports. The Mediterranean breeze, the sound of the waves, and the lively promenades create a joyful atmosphere. Just outside the city, the Albufera Natural Park, with its wetlands, rice fields, and bird life, offers a peaceful escape into nature. Valencia is not just a city of monuments and festivals. It is a place of energy, creativity, and warmth. It represents the Mediterranean spirit, open and vibrant, yet deeply rooted in tradition. In its streets, in its food, in its celebrations, Valencia shows the diversity and richness of Spain in a unique way. Barcelona, the capital of Catalonia, is one of the most dynamic and artistic cities in Spain. Known around the world for its creativity, energy, and beauty, it is a place where history and modern life meet in perfect harmony. The city stretches along the Mediterranean Sea with sandy beaches on one side and hills on the other, offering breathtaking views at every turn. One of the most unique aspects of Barcelona is its architecture. The famous architect Antoni Gaudí left a mark on the city like no one else. His masterpiece, the Sagrada Familia, is a basilica that has been under construction for more than a century. With its tall towers, organic shapes, and colorful stained glass, it is unlike any other church in the world. Gaudí's influence can also be seen in Park Güell, a magical park filled with mosaics, sculptures, and playful designs that make it feel like a dream. Walking through Barcelona often feels like walking through a giant piece of art. The city also has a lively historic center. The Gothic quarter, Barri Gòtic, is filled with narrow medieval streets, hidden squares, and centuries-old buildings. Here one can discover the Barcelona Cathedral, old Roman walls, and charming cafes where life seems to move at a slower pace. Just a short walk away, the famous street La Rambla is alive with street performers, flower stalls, and people from all over the world enjoying the atmosphere. Barcelona is also deeply connected to the sea.
Its beaches are a favorite place for both locals and tourists to relax, swim, and enjoy the sun. The port area, with its restaurants and entertainment, reflects the city's long history as a center of trade and culture.
Catalonia, the region where Barcelona is located, has its own traditions, language, and identity. The Catalan culture is rich in music, dance, and festivals. One of the most fascinating traditions is the building of human towers called castells. Teams of people climb on top of each other to form tall towers, a powerful symbol of strength, cooperation, and unity. Barcelona is also a city of flavors. Catalan cuisine offers delicious dishes, from seafood fresh from the Mediterranean to traditional favorites like crema catalana, a sweet dessert similar to crème brûlée. Tapas bars, markets like La Boqueria, and modern restaurants all contribute to the city's reputation as a paradise for food lovers. At night, Barcelona transforms again. Its streets and squares come alive. From flamenco shows to modern concerts, the city never seems to sleep. It is a place that invites people to live fully, to enjoy life, and to celebrate every moment.
Barcelona and Catalonia as a whole represent creativity, resilience, and beauty. They show a different face of Spain, one that is proud of its traditions, but also open to the world. Whether through its architecture, its festivals, its cuisine, or its people, Barcelona remains a city that captures the heart of everyone who visits.